Good afternoon, this is westernpacificweather.com's video update for Tropical Storm Meari or Falcon. It is the 25th of June, 07 Zulu, 3 p.m. Philippine time, 4 p.m. Japan time. I'm not going to spend too much time on Haim because it is now well over land, moving across Laos and into northern Thailand. You can see here this latest IR imagery. You see there's still some convective activity and that circulation still apparent there, although it has dramatically weakened over the past 24 hours after making landfall northeastern Vietnam, moving south of Hanoi there. And Laos and Vietnam definitely receiving those heavy rain yesterday, about 50 to 150 millimeters across that region for the past 24 hours according to WMO. Of course, definitely some isolated reports of probably upwards of up to 200 millimeters definitely there. You can also see this microwave imagery taken about 6 hours ago. There's still some activity south of the center is right around here. That the time the image was taken, is now moving west-southwestward towards Laos and into northern Thailand. As I said, it will dissipate in the next 12-24 hours, so no more forecasts and advisories for that. JTWC and JMA have released their final warnings for that storm. So now we are moving on to Tropical Storm Meari or Falcon, former Falcon, because it has now moved away from the Philippine area of responsibility, now moving northward, passing just east of Shanghai. It is now west of Okinawa, actually, located just 350 kilometers northeast of Taipei, or 480 kilometers west of Okinawa. Maximum sustained winds of 100 kph, gusting up to 130. Storm is moving northwestward at 20 kilometers per hour. You can see in this IR imagery that the storm is much better organized compared to yesterday, where it had that very broad circulation and no real center. Right now we can see that the center and that circulation, that high clouds are wrapping around that, so much better organization. However, the storm is moving into colder waters and moderate wind shear. It has actually weakened slightly to 100 kph after reaching a peak intensity of 110 kilometers per hour about 6 hours ago. It didn't reach typhoon intensity and will I don't think it's gonna be reaching that anymore because of the unfavorable conditions that are going to affect Meari beginning today and before making landfall as early as Saturday or Sunday. We also have this latest microwave imagery taken just 3 hours ago. See, not a lot of activity in this storm. Actually, compared to IR, it's not very impressive looking at the rain and with the convective activity. As I said, you can see you still have that outer bands keep on spinning cyclonically all over the East Asian region. Still, we have this center here, but not a lot of activity, as I said. So expect this to be to have gradual weakening in the next 1 to 2 days, and possibly beginning its extratropical transition as early as today, actually, into tomorrow, before making landfall there in China and Korean border. We have this latest conditions based from METAR, and also the 24-hour rainfall from WMO. You can see this, I don't know if you can read this again, but Taipei reporting southwesterly winds 35 kph. Naha Airport, strong winds there actually right now, south winds at 50 kph, gusting up to 65 kph with light rain, so definitely strong winds there, and as well as some batches of heavy rain, just isolated showers there. Also here in Kagoshima, here in Kyushu, also reporting that southeasterly winds, although lighter here, just 10 kph. Incheon Airport reporting easterly winds at 20 kph. Shanghai reporting northeasterly winds at 30 kph. So if you take a graph of those wind reports, you can see there's a big counterclockwise flow in this region, being brought by tropical storm Meari here, ranges from 20 to 35 kilometers per hour here. And also 24-hour rain reports range from 50 to 150 millimeters all over the East Asian region the past 24 hours, because of those outer rain bands, as also those hidden rain bands that has passed through Miyakojima and also towards Okinawa. We have this radar image from JMA. Actually, this is Okinawa here, and showing that bands of very heavy rain just offshore west of the island, as well as here packets of moderate to heavy rain as well here, showing those about 30 to 50 millimeters of rain per hour actually here. But again, these are just isolated and not gonna be prolonged compared to the Philippines, which have received so much rain this past 2 to 3 days. Moving on here to southern Japan, to Kyushu and Shikoku and Honshu, also here in southern Korean peninsula, showing that this is more widespread rain from the outer bands of Meari, and also showing that moderate to heavy rain of 10 to 30 millimeters, and some isolated packets of around 50 millimeter per hour rainfall rates. So definitely lots of rain for the next 2 days over that region, flooding and all that. And I've showed you the winds earlier, so definitely be watching those also. Here is the radar image from China. Here, this is in Shanghai, and you can see also that heavy rain, 40 decibels as well here, moving westward to Shanghai, although not much inland actually, so at least some good news there. Maybe just affecting the eastern seaboard, the coastal areas here, including Shanghai, and yeah, some light to moderate and pockets of heavy rain as well there. As for Taiwan, the bulk of heavy rain has moved away now towards the north, and some just isolated thunderstorms to the southern part. Also here just east of the island, showing it is still that light to moderate rain, and definitely producing some choppy waves as well there. And also throughout the region, throughout the East Asian region, northern Pacific Ocean, as well as to the Philippine Sea. As I said before, the Philippines have received so much rain. We're going to be spending a little bit of time here, because mainly the rain is mainly brought by the southwest monsoon. This is being enhanced by tropical storm Meari. You can see Meari here, well north of the Philippines already, outside of the area of responsibility. However, it's still strengthening and enhancing that southwest monsoon that has been sitting atop Luzon for days and days now, just bringing that heavy rainfall. You see here in this latest IR imagery, still having that activity in the western part of Luzon, as well as here in the eastern seaboard. Not so much in Visayas and Mindanao, but expect also isolated thunderstorms there. Here we also have the 24-hour rainfall and current conditions from METAR reports of airports. You see just heavy rain. Lawag 100 millimeters past 24 hours. Dagupan and Baguio 150. Vigan 350 millimeters of rain. Manila as well 150 to 250, definitely having that flooding in some areas. Subic and Iba in Zambales having 160 to 200 millimeters of rain. Latest METAR reports from across the country, showing that wind reports ranging from 20 to 40 kph, not very strong but still gusty winds there, could delay some flights definitely. As far as rain goes, just light rains for now, though Davao is currently reporting scattered thunderstorms, not because of monsoon. I don't think, as I said, just scattered and isolated thunderstorms throughout the afternoon, and also throughout the Philippines going to be experiencing that kind of activity. As far as heavy rain Pag-asa said the rain is going to be letting up in the next day or so, and expect improved weather conditions as early as Sunday and into next week as the southwest monsoon weakens slightly and the storm moves away. As for dams, here in the Philippines, received news and listened to the reports. Most of the dams there have stopped releasing water. I know last night Ipo Dam and La Mesa Dam kept on releasing water there. Not so much as Ondoy kind of rainfall rate and flooding, but definitely watch that. River basins and those river waterways for the next few hours. Still some reports of flooding in San Mateo, in Rizal, Cubao, and also those areas that are commonly flooded such as Malabon, Caloocan and Valenzuela. Definitely those low-lying areas there below sea level. We're expecting that flooding not to continue there and won't subside until next week. That's also in Cavite, receiving reports there of flooding still, but gutters need floods there. Not so much as heavy rain, but just floods from last night and also from yesterday, not subsiding as of yet. Also, I've mentioned the tornado from in Quezon City last night. It appears another tornado has formed in Iloilo yesterday as well. Not very strong, based on reports. Look like an EF0 tornado, so not very strong, but still bringing that damage towards the houses and properties there. Now going back to Meari, as I said, it is encountering still moderate wind shear, 10 to 20 knots, but as it continues to go north, it will start to encounter the boundary layer there of a very strong wind shear, 40 knots upwards of to 60 knots. So definitely expecting Meari to continue weaken now, and also because of the colder sea surface temperatures around this area below of 26 degrees Celsius here. So yeah, as I said, it could start extratropical transition as early as today and into tomorrow. As far as the mean wind analysis here, you can see this high gradient with this high pressure, and then of course Meari having that bringing that strong winds, southerly winds to Okinawa and also to Kyushu and into Honshu, also here in Incheon and into the southern Korean peninsula. So showing here is the what we think is the movement of the storm, doing that northerly movement, and then after before making landfall, it will start to curve to the northeast towards the Sea of Japan, and the computer models are in good agreement as always, as of 00 Zulu, showing that northerly track. Still not so much with landfall. Some models are showing it making landfall in northern parts of North Korea, while some are showing landfall in Beijing. In China, northern Yellow Sea. JTWC also showing that northerly track and landfall somewhere near the China-North Korea border as early as Monday morning. JMA also showing that track. See that weather agencies and computer models are in good agreement with the track, although JMA is a little bit slower in terms of landfall and movement. And for just showing our forecast here, showing that again we haven't changed any of our forecast lately because of a very good agreement among computer models and the consistency of the movement of tropical storm Meari. So you're gonna expect that landfall occurring Monday morning Philippine time, Philippine time here, near North Korea China border, and then will start to recurve to the northeast, potentially as an extratropical cyclone, so having that larger wind field and also that broader effects of light to moderate rain, definitely affecting the Korean peninsula and also here in China, and perhaps the western Honshu here by early next week. also showing that again on Tuesday moving inland and perhaps towards the Sea of Japan there early next week. And that is the forecast for today. The links